Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to another episode of Season 4 in the Newcastle United career mode. We have our first Premier League game against Brighton to get underway very shortly. Before we do get into it again, we'll recap what happened in the last episode. Pretty much all transfers. We did bring in Timo Werner on that pre-contract signing, that one sole pre-contract signing I'm limiting myself to make in the Impossible career mode. We also started training up Alphonso Davies, so he's getting up a little bit now with his passing, which is good to see, and his overall is obviously going up too. We brought in Milinkovic-Savic, 89 rated. He is now the highest rated player in the team, and he's a real superstar in the middle of the park now. I've wanted to sign him for ages. I'm very happy to have him. And then, of course, we also brought in Tammy Abraham, who's 80 rated. He's 6'5", got a bit of pace about him, and I love the fact that I love taller players that have got plenty of pace. Someone that could be a little bit like what Mitrovic is as a striker, but we can also trust to try to get in behind the back four and to maybe he'll still be good on the counter, if you know what I mean. So that's why I've wanted to sign a player like Tammy Abraham for ages. He'll be a great alternate for us on the bench. And yeah, that's pretty much all that we did in terms of transfers. We still have OR injured, unfortunately. We've got Paul Dummer injured and Ramsey red-carded. So none of those players will be ready for the Brighton game, but I'm sure we'll hopefully make do. We've got an insane amount of depth, some brilliant youth academy players that are on the up. We're really set for this season. I am, of course, talking up the possibility of maybe signing a new left back as well, but we'll get into that a little later on in the window. For now, we'll focus on the first game in the Premier League. We need to start off strong. A somewhat rainy day to start the Premier League season, but I'm not fussed by that. I want to start off with the win. The $90 million man in Sergej Milinkovic-Savic starting his first game as well. Along with Timo Werner as well, who we got on that pre-contract signing, looking to get things kicked off. Hopefully these two can combine and we'll have a real solid season. I'm hoping we can. It's underway. The fourth season of the Newcastle career mode officially begins. Savica didn't exactly get going, but Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is well on his way now. Move it out to the right-hand side. Is Davies going to get a shot at this? I should have cut this back. I should have. Why did I go for it? I think the angle ended up being a lot tighter than I thought it would be. That's actually going to work out in the end. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, Pavard in this team as well. Slipping in through. Davies, what a save by Ryan. I don't believe that. He's denied us what I thought for sure was the first goal. Oh, brilliant piece of skill. But again, there's always someone fucking there. Oh, that's really bad by Lascelles. I was trying to bring him forward, but he stood perfectly still as Fabian cut across him. And if we conceded the first goal like that, I'd have been furious. Can he win this header though? Not exactly. Shelby it bounces off his fucking head. What the hell, man? All right, cool. It's a lot of strange things happening right now that are kind of getting under my skin a bit. That's really interesting selection from the cross. It falls to Lascelles. Oh, guys, what in the world? Just a header, an attempt, anything. Please try to at least get it out. But everyone's fucking falling over in the box. I think Sanchez on the way in was stumbling over as well. Just so fucking frustrating. Oh, we couldn't even get an attack. That's an infuriating first half. With how amazingly dominant we were at the beginning, we were denied once or twice by some brilliant Matt Ryan saves, that fucking Australian prick. God damn it. And Milinkovic-Savic has been everywhere, so I'm relatively happy with his debut so far. But the fact we're 1-0 down just because we can't clear the fucking simplest of shit. Good header out. Brilliant. Come on. We got to go from this. We absolutely have to. Werner, if you were doing a slightly better job of getting in front there, yeah, and you get blocked off, it's a foul. But you need to be doing a much better job of riding the back line. You need to be right on the last man, so that way we can send you away. I can see Werner now. Stop running straight into the one defender that's in your way. There we go. Got it across. Werner! That wasn't Werner! I made a mistake! It was Sabica, I think. But there we go, finally. Got him on the fast break. Timo Werner on debut. Of course, it was Sabica that was trying to get through. Of course, maybe that is why he's not the fastest player on the pitch. Maybe that's why he was struggling to get around his man. But we managed to pull it off. Okay, finally we got one. We finally got one. Now, hopefully, there is a second in here somewhere. Tackle from Sanchez is lovely. This could go all the way here. Davies maybe save Ryan again. Ryan is keeping them in this game. Out to the left. Carrasco! There we go! We've come back. We've had to fight hard, but we may have just won this game. They were pushing too many numbers one side, and Carrasco, look at that. Look at that. It was as simple as you would ever like it to be. Here we go, boys. I might go down to defensive just to try to see this one out. Only 2 minutes of stoppage time. We've had the ball for quite a while now. I am sure that it's game over. Although Sabitzer gets dispossessed. They won't get a chance, though. We held onto it for long enough, and we come back from a 1-0 deficit to win the game 2-1. Good start, but certainly not a great start, if you know what I mean. We could definitely do a bit better and definitely put away our opposition a lot better than that. But either way, we're continuing on with training. Collins up to a 70. That's good to see. Orellana, I'll probably give a couple more drills to and then swap him out. Now we just advance forward and hope that we get some offers for some players that we have transfer listed. Hopefully we can raise a bit of cash and buy that new real high quality left back. Again, like I said, last episode, I'm really looking at Alejandro Grimaldo as my main target at that left back spot. Sadly, however, we've made it all the way to the next game against Chelsea without actually getting any offers at all, which is a bit bizarre. We went an entire week with basically nothing. But anyway, now we move on to the next Premier League game. Again, some minor changes. Cengiz Under starts at right midfield because Davies has accumulated too many yellow cards, so he's out. Ramsey is going in the midfield now that he served his suspension too. And that's pretty much about it. Everyone else is the same. Again, still raining, unfortunately, in this game too. And we have, of course, got Tammy Abraham on the bench. Maybe we might bring him on, if need be, against his old club. Or maybe if we're feeling pretty comfortable, we've got a bit of a lead, maybe I'll throw him on for shits and giggles. A rematch of the FA Cup final. They are the ones that unfortunately triumphed in the penalty shootout again. We won't go into specifics, but Jesus Christ, man. Of course, we have traded Chancel Mbemba to Chelsea for Tammy Abraham. He was part of the deal, so he's now in their back five, and Grimaldo's still in their team as well. Hopefully that will be, or this may be the last game he ever plays there. Their front three looks pretty interesting as well. Willian Jose Masonda and I believe Lucas Vasquez. So Sergio Ramos isn't the only player they picked up from Real Madrid. Then all right, we are underway. Sabitzer, Werner. Are we going to complete this? Move. Cengiz under block by Grimaldo. That's why I want to sign him, because he's such a pain in my ass. Every time I play Chelsea, it's always him. Nice ball here. Werner. Going a long way, all the way. Timo Werner. The ball control in the box, despite putting on the, having to run hard to get by this defender. That is very impressive. Look, I went all the way to the touchline and then look, with that little touch to get around the defender Umtiti and fight it past. I didn't think it would get through all those defenders, but it somehow found a way right through the gates and Courtois couldn't stop it. Timo Werner now, so far, he's good for a goal every single game. That makes me very happy. Oh my God, Yannick Carrasco, you're fucking kidding me. That is abysmal. I didn't think I'd get a shot there. That's why I wasn't talking. But for it to fall at your feet like that, and that's what you put up. I'm not going to go off at him too much. He did score the winning goal against Brighton, but last season I was hoping that maybe he'd turn it around, but that shit all the fucking time. Poor pass from Conte. That's quite a rare sight. Holding things up as we move it to the right-hand side. Cut it back in. Bakayoko's going to get it. There was no one there. I probably should have done something else, but that's all right. We've still got the ball. Still maybe a chance. No, wow. Stoppage time flew by then. Oh, I couldn't quite slip him in, but he managed to get a shot at it anyway. Courtois makes a save. Lovely ball. This time, no! Again, a heavy touch. Cengiz Under, please. You will not get many opportunities like this. You have to fucking impress me. Trying to time the ball in here. It's not bad. Fake shot. Slip in. Marino has put it wide. Oh, guys! We've got to fucking put this game away. Oh my God, Bakayoko's got it. Oh my goodness, Mbemba there. It's opening up now. Guys, stay in front. Oh, thank God Tovan puts it over. The man that scored the winning penalty in the FA Cup final nearly drew Chelsea level. We might get this second, you know. We might just about. No, Conte's there all the time. All the fucking time. Struggling to score goals with regularity. That is abundantly clear right now. But we are still winning games. We're just about getting the jobs done. Against Brighton and against Chelsea. We're winning games hardly comfortably. I don't know. Hopefully we can improve, because I cannot keep playing the rest of the season like this. We will not win the Premier League season like this. I know that we've won every game, but I will eventually fail to score. I've got to improve. I thought Chelsea certainly were a lot more to handle, and they definitely were doing a lot more against us than bloody Brighton were throughout the entire game, yet they didn't score. So maybe we're quite fortunate to have picked up all 3 points, considering we only scored one ourselves, to be honest with you. We will continue on, though, with training, and again, mixed results, and Davey's really not going anywhere, to be fair. But we are approaching deadline day. I don't believe there's another game left this month, so we only have transfers to focus on. We have a transfer offer for John Joe Shelby, who now that we've brought in Milinkovic-Savic, we have got Owa, Sabitzer, Ramsey, Zambo Anguissa, and Mikel Merino, all blokes that are higher rated than he is at the centre midfield's position. So, I mean, Shelby has proven to be a nice backup at times, but I reckon we're trying to raise money to get that killer left back. So if we can get a bit for him, maybe something like 20, just under 20 mil, then yeah, we'll go for it. I'll start off with like 23 million. Even that is probably pushing it. They might almost walk out on 23 mil. We'll have to wait and see. They don't. They go right back to 16.4. And they say they cannot offer any more than that. Well, let's bring it down to 20 and see if you're really serious about that. Come on, mate. 20 million. 20 million, that's all I ask. They're walking out over 20 fucking million. See, this is why I've really got to stop trying to negotiate to get just that extra mil or two. When really it isn't normally going to be the difference between me being able to sign a player or not signing a player. Turns out there is one more game left in January, but I'll probably simulate this one against Huddersfield, get it out the way, and hope, because it's at home and it's a lower league team or a lower table team, that we'll be able to get it done. No rotation of players here either. It's the best team that I can really put out there, or just about. Come on, boys. 3-0 victory. Yes, the last game that I simulated was a game against Huddersfield, and we lost that 2-0 last season. I couldn't believe it. It was a misery compiler. But this time, no. 3-0 victory. Well, we are approaching deadline day, and it looks like we're here. 10 hours left to go. We still have the top deal, by the way, which is nice. But, yeah, we've got to steal somewhere a big transfer. We've got to hope that some transfer comes through at some point. Otherwise, we're not going to have enough money to afford a left back. I'm just advancing through, waiting for something to come through. And we've, out of nowhere, gotten a bunch of emails, interest shown in certain players I'm keeping my eye on, and a loan offer for Shane Smith. Again, it's just not looking to sell. I'm waiting for transfer offers. When we get up to the 5-hour mark, I'm just going to start trying to trade players for players again and hope for the best. We have an offer for Zambo Anguissa, though. 23 mil. That could maybe give us a bit of room to maybe sign one brilliant left back, and it's a little over his current value. He's got a much better potential. Look, we could get him for 30 mil. I don't learn. I never learn. Look, they say I could get him for a little more than 30 mil, but I'm just going to counter offer with a $30 million transfer fee. And if they come back at us with anything over 25, I'll accept it straight away. 25.8 plus a 5% sell-on clause. You know what? Stuff it. Fine. Let's compromise. Let's just go with that. It's a little more than what they initially offered, and yeah, sure, we'll get it done. And because we kept John Joe Shelby, it's not too big a loss, and we aren't too short on players in that position. But now we've just got to wait for the deal to go through, and hopefully it comes through straight away. And is that the case? Player sold. Another transfer offer, this time from Arsenal, but we've already sold him, or at least we hopefully already sold him. If it doesn't come through now, if it doesn't say player sold right now, then I am starting to get a bit concerned. Loan offer for Sam Phillips. A player's been loaned out. Are we going to get this money in or what? Honestly. Transfer talks are broken down, of course. Fuck this goddamn game all the fucking time this happens. So we have $30 million and about 100 grand worth of wage that So we have just a little over 30 million bucks then, 100 grand worth of wage. If we could try to trade a real expensive player that I'm not exactly using too much for a nice left back, then that would be great. But I have players like that I tried trading for, and it wasn't happening. Well, boys, I'm going to start putting offers in for some of these left backs, and I'll let you know if I can manage it. Like, honestly, I'll let you know the players I most want to sign. My number one, of course, Alejandro Grimaldo, but look, he's worth 50 mil. We don't have the money for it, and it might cost between 65 and 100. So that'll be very, very difficult. Ben Mendy, honestly, is probably my second highest, most wanted signing, to be completely honest with you. And I might be able to pull it off, maybe. David Alaba would be sick, but that 74 million release clause, I cannot get anywhere near that. And I don't expect to be able to afford him as well. So I don't think he's going to happen for us either. There are some other nice left backs in here, maybe Luke Shaw or Rodriguez, but we'll see how it goes. I'm offering player after player right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I think Alejandro Grimaldo is out the question. As much as I wanted him, it's not going to happen. Next up is Benjamin Mendy, and because, again, his value is just a little over 30 mil, and I might need to pay something like 44 to 63 To get him, I'm again going to have to try to trade for him. They say they want a right back, so I'll offer Orellana, and they want 57 mil. Gosh, I don't exactly think we're going to be able to find a common ground here, Davey Moyes. You know what, I've just about had enough of trying to find a way to trade for some of these better left backs. Now I think I'm just going to try to buy a player outright. Luke Shaw apparently I could get for about 30 mil. I'll try my luck. His wage is pretty low, so if we have to go a little over that, then that's fine. That still gives me around 100 grand worth of wage, so we'll be able to comfortably sign him. Come on, mate, you got to work with me. 37. They've now made him more expensive and brought the sell-on clause back down again. Okay, let's keep the sell-on clause the same, but again, I'll continue to just slowly increase it. 32.5 and the 5% sell-on clause. That gives me 92 grand worth of wage, which should hopefully be enough. I'm sorry, but our price for sure is set. You know what else is set? My fist going in your face. That's going to be fucking set. 34.469412. Fuck it, whatever. We'll give you that, and if you don't accept it, okay, we have a deal. All right then, interesting. Had to increase it by like 1.3742 fucking something crazy numbers, but yeah, okay, maybe now we have a chance. The thing is though, offering that amount means we only have 46.5 grand worth of wage. So we're going to have to offer him a banging signing bonus, or at least just appearance bonus or something. I don't know if this is going to work out. Let's just offer him 45 and hopefully the agent's going to do me a massive solid and they're just like, yeah, sure, we'll take that. The wages you are offering Shaw are insulting. We'll see yourselves out. God fucking damn it! Okay, look, at this point, I'm just willing to go for the cheapest left back I've got to actually make something happen. And I believe it's not Rodriguez, it's not Davies, it's Levine Kurzweil. I don't actually have all his information either. I do know that he's worth about 20 mil and that I could get him for about that, plus his wage as well. But I'm assuming he'll still be like 80 plus rated for sure. Unai Emery, please, mate. Let's start it off with 21. Please don't go any higher than 30. Oh my goodness, would you believe it? See, Unai Emery, we can do business, all right? We're boys. Look at that. The fact he's in the last year of his contract has definitely probably helped me out with that as well. But you know what? Fine, whatever. We're getting a left back in finally. The wage is pretty high. The signing bonus and the clean sheets, that's all quite high. But it looks like I've got the money for it. So let's just do it, boys. Let's go. I'm accepting it. I'm finally bringing in a left back. Levine Kurzweil comes to Newcastle. Now we just have to hope that he's not absolute garbage. I know that his value is lower than most, so I'm hoping he's like 81, 82. He is 82 rated. Okay, that's a little higher than Manquillo, but I'll take it then. That's fine. We could have maybe had Grimaldo if we were able to sell a couple of my players, but no offers were coming in. That's fine. We could have had about an 84, 85, 86 rated player, but 82 rated Levine Kurzweil goes in at left back, and now Javier Manquillo, who can play at both left back and right back, becomes my substitute fullback. I'm very happy with that. And deadline day has finished finally. Now we can leave it here. I'm done with this episode. We are finally finished. We have our team set. We've made that final transfer, and now we can just crack on with the season. Till the next one, everybody, we are done here. We're done in the first transfer window. It's time to crack on and hopefully really set ourselves up for a good Premier League run. And of course, Champions League to look forward to as well. Till the next one, guys, my name's MasterBucks. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.